found this place up under this underpass. What's crazy about this place is I always pass this when I'm walking back and forth to the store. I was curious. I just looked over the rail up here, and I was like, man, I would love to go down here. So we're here. Bitch. You want to make this into my backdrop? Like that. We at the beach, baby, guys. We gonna chill. Damn, all I need is something to smoke. This is the best. You would not know about this shit at all. So this is where my little nosy ass came from, right? Up here, I'm like, oh, what's down here? Look at that. Oh, let's explore it and see. To take this little hike. And I'm trying not to put my feet all the way down the water because I don't know what's in there. But then I'm like, oh, but let's go explore. Make Do Productions original. Like, the fact that a nigga will find anything possible to make a camera stand is beyond me. Make Do Production, baby. And watch me get the shot. Y'all, it's a rainstorm checking in. It's goody. I wanted to make this video today because I was exploring the neighborhood, exploring the territory. As like a little, you know what I'm saying, little stream going up way. And I came down and it was sand and, you know, just life, you know, down here. So I wanted to come down here for the first time and to, you know, talk a little bit about some of the things that's been on my mind, specifically my Saturn return. For my Saturn return babies out there that's experienced the Saturn and Aquarius return right now, God bless. It's hard out here for a pimp. I wanted to make this into a series along with my North Node in Sagittarius because I feel like we talk about Saturn and Aquarius, or we talk about our Saturn returns, but I've never actually seen somebody like talk about their Saturn return in depth, like not just the house in the sign, or the planet in the sign, but also just talk about their experiences and the things that they've learned throughout the course of it. Now, my Saturn return has just started, all right? We didn't have a quarantine, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have COVID and shit, so niggas is, you know, somewhat in the house, but social distancing, so Aquarius, while this is all going on. And you know, I've definitely been taking a lot of time to myself, a lot of alone time to reflect. Before my Saturn return, I often found myself like being on the go so much, just boom, 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 you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth, you know, to the city. I'm in Atlanta right now, or I'm in Georgia, but not too far from the city. And I found myself just on the go all the time. And I felt, honestly, like, well, I'm busy, you know, I got shit that I'm doing. But there was something in me that just was never fulfilled. Like, it always felt like I was pressed for something that wasn't there, or I was just so pressed just to try to find another way to get it, you know, and I wasn't really in myself. So having this time to really be in myself and having this time to really, you know, think and sit and really come to terms with a lot of things. Definitely been in a hasty, pasty type of energy for some time now. So Saturn Aquarius has been very isolating in a way. Not to say that it's crazy because it's like I'm a people person and I could be around people, but there's also like this need for me to like want to be alone and want to be by myself and want to reflect and figure out me, you know, what's going on with me, how I'm feeling about things. And if you know, let me know definitely if y'all have had, you know, experiences pre-Saturn Aquarius, pre-Saturn return, or even after Saturn returns. You know, definitely, you know, leave a comment and let me know how you feel about this. But this is just me shuffling through my mind about some of the things to groups, and when it comes to situations with other people, I'm very much so individualistic. Like, I like being my own person, doing my own thing. And I wasn't always like that. That's the crazy part about it. It's like as I get older, as I get, you know, more aged, you know, and I'm coming into my own, the more I need that time to like really recoup and figure out who I am, you know, especially being a Pisces rising. And this is going on in my 12th house too. So it's like your girl needs time thinking about the things that I want in life now, like versus the things that I was doing just to get by. You know, I've been having a lot of conversations with, you know, different people within the community about, you know, the houses that we work out of. You know, the second house is that quick, fast, in a hurry, you know, trying to get it, money. You know, that sixth house energy of work is, you know, I'm just kind of doing this work because, you know, it's, you know, it's feeding the ego, but is it really feeding me? Like, is it really feeding me? And then when you get to the 10th house energy, that is like you're elevated, like you're elevating, you're ascending into, you know, the path that, you know, you want to go. And not to say that all those energies in itself can't mix and match, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to your life purpose, when it comes to, you know, your destiny and things like that. But I had to really think about like what my purpose is here versus what I need to do in order to appease other people or in order to make a living in this life. You know, like what do I really want to bring into this world, or birth into this world, into this life? And, you know, shit, how do I want to move forward, you know? And for me, I can definitely say, even though I felt like I've lived for myself my whole life, I mean, I've felt like I've done things for myself, but when you really sit back and think about it, I know for me personally, I'm like, I haven't been living fully for myself, you know, and really, you know, taking time to sit with the things that I want and the things that I need, you know, in order to sustain myself. And, you know, not even just to sustain or not just survive, but like really thrive in this life. Saturn rules restrictions. Sometimes feeling weird about, you know, expressing like those individual qualities, quirky, you know, silly, shunned, you know, for that. Shunned in a way of like, don't do that shit. You know what I mean? You look crazy. That's never gonna go anywhere, ever. Living more from a space of expression, you know, living from a space of, this is just who I am. But I'm still finding those parts of myself that are unique to me and that have been unique to me for a long time, but I put or kept locked away. I am on a new journey. I'm on a new journey of exploring myself in the core and the base of who I am. It's a process. Freeing to know that we have this time of, you know, Saturn coming back and kind of like checking and you know, making sure that you in your path and you in your shit. But shit, man, it's also like, damn, like I didn't even realize it. I've been writing more, I've been journaling more, I've definitely been heavily into, you know, getting to know my birth chart more, into shamanism more. You know, I've always had a thing for animals and, you know, what animal totems and things mean. Like today I just saw like a duck. Ants, you know, as small as they are, like they all have purpose. Nature, being out in nature, even though we are in a place of like this isolation, like you could be isolated but still like developing, you know, awareness and where you at and who you with, and, you know, finding tribes, you know, finding tribes of people that actually, you know, not saying that tribes of people gotta love everything that you do, but people, you know, that you share common space with, you know, people. I've been learning like to really seek out, you know, the people that I share, you know, similar interests to, and building on that, you know. And what is my definition of home in this time, you know, and who is my tribe? You know, I was about to say Sagittarius. Aquarius is a very much so tribal energy. It's the collective. You know, it is for the collective, but it's not of the collective. It still has its own individual ideals. It still has its own individual self. It still has those qualities, but it's also wanting to move and push the collective forward. So for me, it's just really been about what ways do I want to do that, you know. And spirituality, astrology, and shamanism, root work, you know, dealing with nature, dealing with the earth and the ways we interact with those things is definitely something that hits home for me. And I want to be able to share that, you know, with y'all, you know, and the people that I meet and come across. Yeah, so this is the series. This is going to be the series for Saturn and Aquarius babies. People out there, you know what I'm saying, is in they heavily or deep in their Saturn return. Let's get it. This is the new age of Aquarius. Time to get fucking busy, baby. Yeah. 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 Rainy storm. Checking in. You know where to find me. Peace. No, for real, peace.